Playboy Club in New York City, 1962. Finally living in New York, it's my dream come true. Just moved up from Baltimore, just turned 21. My life has finally begun. The Playboy Club is full of bunnies hopping round all night. Young ladies dressed as bunny rabbits, fluffy tails so white. Their costumes so revealing that no secrets do remain. You play the bass, you slowly go insane. Life around the rabbits ain't as funny as it seems. Soon I find I'm talking to Bugs Bunny in my dreams. All those pretty creatures so close yet so far away. Life gets more confusing day by day. The pressure keeps on building in me as the nights go by. Soon I cannot even look a rabbit in the eye. So I go to a shrinker and start spilling out my guts. He says, son, I think we're going nuts. We're going nuts. He says you need a change of scenery, the Grand Canyon would be nice. But someplace far away from bunnies, drinks, and tinkling ice. There's got to be a better place for you, God only knows. Someplace where the waitresses wear clothes. Tell no one your problem, just pack your bass and quit. Zip that case around the bass, pick it up and split. So I told the leader of the band I simply had to go. Packed my car and drove to Mexico. I filled my brain with desert sand, then drove up to Pikes Peak. I discovered the Grand Canyon, so I hung out for a week. I wandered around the painted desert, watched the cactus grow. Headed south to Mexico. Playboy Club in New York City, 1962. Finally living in New York, it's my dream come true. Just moved up from Baltimore, just turned 21. My life has finally begun. My life has finally begun. Da 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 da. My life has finally begun. Robert Frost did write in settings beautiful and rustic. He wrote of rolling hills and green terrain. While poor me, I must do my writing in the chaos of the city, sometimes even on a subway train. How am I to ever learn about the woodlands and the falling leaves of autumn and such things sublime? when I must spend all of my life trucking around this dirty city, doing what I can to earn a dime, dime, dime. How did Robert Frost make payments on that little country house of his? Where did he get the dough? Could he go down to the country store and sell a poem saying, here's a nice one I wrote about the snow? Surely now he must have had a sponsor of some sort, perhaps a lady friend who simply rolled in bread. A lady friend to say, now, Bob, why don't you take a long, long walk and write whatever pops into your head, head, head. She say, Bobby, don't you worry about the mortgage. Bobby, don't you worry about the bills. Bobby, why don't you go write a poem about the fences, about the neighbors and the rolling hills. Bobby, don't you worry about the dishes. Bobby, don't you touch those pans. Bobby, now it is not good that an artist like yourself should be walking around this world with dishpan hands. So you see, old Bob was free to follow through his fancies, wander through the woods behind the muse. Boy, if I had Bobby's life, I could follow through my fancies. Oh, to be in Bobby's shoes. Boy, if I had Bobby's life, I could be a hero. Go out and find my fortune and my fame. The only trouble is, I hear from people who have found it, is that everything in life stays just the same, same, same. Just the same. Just the same. One more. In the 1620s back in Holland, every Dutchman sang a song. They had all the money, all the milk, and all the honey. Those Dutch could do no wrong. That is until they fell in love with tulips, especially the more exotic breeds. From Amsterdam to Yonkers, the Dutch went totally bonkers, lusting for those tulip bulbs and seeds. It was not surprising that tulip prices started rising. Tulips were in such demand. Soon a little tulip bulb was worth its weight in gold. Things had gotten out of hand. The average Dutchman sensed a golden opportunity, a situation he could not ignore. Buy a tulip bulb on a Monday morning, the next day sell it for much more. Very quickly, tulip speculation markets did appear where people bought and sold with great abandon. People would do anything to raise a little cash, anything to get a hand in. Soon the Dutch economy was all tied up in tulips, prices soared into the sky. People mortgaged, bought and sold, they begged, they borrowed, light cajoled, they would do anything to buy. I gotta buy some tulips. I really need some tulips.
Now, why isn't this a hit song?
Then one dreary winter morning, the purser rang the tulip market bell. Suddenly nobody wanted tulips anymore. Just like that the market went to hell. Collapsed, succumbed, disappeared, disintegrated, vanished. It was adios, Avita saying goodbye. Suddenly nobody wanted tulips anymore, and no one knew the reason why. Owners of the tulips sat there quite dumbfounded. Gee, what do I do now? I owe a lot of money for this box of dirty tulip bulbs, and the only thing I own is half a cow. The present owners owed the previous owners, who owed the previous owners. Liens and loans and IOUs prevailed. Now nobody had the cash to pay back what he owed, because the tulip market had completely failed. So everybody started suing everybody else. What else could they do? Everybody started dragging everybody else to court. Those who escaped the wrath were few. After 20 years of legal chaos, the courts in Holland finally decided that tulip debts were null and void and nothing was collectible, and that was the solution they provided. Oh, folks, it's over, finished, done, time to go back to square one. That's the deal, the song has now been sung. I don't care who owes you what, just go back to your little hut, maybe clean some fish or scrape some dung. The Dutch were disappointed. Things had turned out much worse than they feared. While everybody chased around looking for little tulip bulbs, the Dutch economy totally disappeared. Is there a moral to our story? A happy ending to our tale of woe? Have we learned a lesson? I really don't think so. Investment bubbles come and go, but greed intoxicates us so. I fear the answer would be no.
That's a nice ending. I totally forgot about that ending. This is a nice album. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Leonhart. We'll call you. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I've been so delinquent in my duties, but I have been working. I'm involved in a project writing horns for my songs, and then going to start presenting them with 4 horns, and it's quite a job. And Chris, let me change it. Chris, I'm told by Birdland that Vince Giordano has the watch. So I'm going to trace it down. I don't know what happened. I walked off the stage, and after the show, I forgot about it. I forgot about everything after that show. After an hour and a half, I put it on a music stand on the shelf. I should have put it in my pocket. Anyway, I'll find it. I've been actually playing the bass, schlepping basses and amplifiers around New York City and New York area. And now I don't have anything to do for 9 days. So I'm going to finish writing my four-horn arrangement of Baby, I got the blues since I got the news. You've heard from the muse and you're in Santa Cruz without me. And then, and the horns have, I'm writing very interesting, funky lines to the four horns, and harmonizing some of it is complex because you have to make up some harmonies on certain passing ideas, and then it's very interesting how you make up harmonies for things that don't have real legitimate solutions. Like in an A7th chord, if you put a major seventh into an A7th chord, it doesn't sound very good. So you've got it. Yet I insist on having that A flat all through the series, the sequence. And yet there's an A7th in there, so I had to find another way to harmonize the A7th, so making it an A major seventh, which would be with a G sharp in it. And that kind of stuff is stuff I've never bothered to look into because I never had to. And now I am, because I'm writing all these arrangements. And I'm hoping they're going to be good. I'm hoping they're going to sound good. They sound good on the computer. You play them and they sound good. They sound good on the computer, but I don't know how they're going to sound. Let me see. If I were to play just let me just play a little bit of this one and see if it comes through at all. Let me just see if it comes through. I don't know if it's going to really come through because the software will not. No, I don't think it's going to. Somehow this program will not allow the music to play on. Let me just open it for a second and see if I can get it, if it'll sound. Ooh, did you hear that? Let's see, maybe it will work. Oh no. Nah. That's coming directly from the speaker from the computer into here. And I'm not going to play that. Zadu G that's it. And I've still got to work on that to see if that's voiced properly. Maybe it's too low. It sounded too low there, didn't it? I mean, baby, I got the blues. No harmonies in here. Since I got the news, I didn't bother to put the piano in. You've heard from the muse, Now you're in Santa Cruz without me. I'm feeling so bad, feeling so sad, and I wish I was dead when I hear what you said. Baby, I feel like dying. Baby, I feel like crying. Oh no, oh no. Tell me it is not so. Tell me this empty bed is all in my head, and I'm only dreaming. Tell me this empty bed is all in my head, and I'm only dreaming. Solo. Zoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-da. And so forth. But it doesn't sound good on the computer because it's just a computer program making very bad trumpet sounds and alto saxophone sounds and tenor sounds. And then it's not even playing directly into the speaker. But it does give me an idea exactly how it sounds. And I can get used to listening to it. Anyway, that's just the first one. Tell me, it is not so. Hey, Mary Jane, how are you? So that's what I'm working with. That software is very useful, though, because it lets you hear exactly what it is you're writing, even if it doesn't sound, you can't use it for anything. And I would be crazy enough, like I have been, to play it just to show you what I've been doing. And that's what I'm up to. And besides, and working every night, almost every night. It seemed like it, but suddenly I'm not now. Now I'm not. Till New Year's Eve, then all hell breaks loose after New Year's Eve again. How's everybody doing? Start early, says Ricky. There's Christopher. Oh no, there's Mary Jane. There's Mary Jane. I missed Bill's birthday. Bill had a birthday party at Shanghai Jazz last night. Was it last night? No, Wednesday night. Wednesday night. And I was working someplace. Working. Can you imagine? Such a ting. No. Wednesday night was... Oh, no, I wasn't working Wednesday night. I had to go to a basketball game. My grandson's bar mitzvah party, instead of having a big party with all kinds of stuff. And he said, let's go to a Brooklyn Nets basketball game. He wanted to take 5 of his friends to really good seats. So they instead of having a big bar mitzvah blast with spending way too much money, then we went to a Nets game and had real good seats and watched the Nets beat the Golden State Warriors, who had neither Klay Thompson nor what's his name, Stephon Curry. Now the Nets have Stephon Curry's brother, Steph. Somebody really decided to make life difficult, naming 2 guys the same thing. Steph Curry played beautifully, but he just doesn't have the shot of Steph Curry, of Stephon Curry. He doesn't have that three-point range that Stephon Curry has. It was probably leading, or the all-time leader in threes in basketball. But boy, I watched Kevin Durant up close. You know, he's 6'11", and he's 6'11", and can dribble and drive. He is, what a player. He'll drive halfway in from the 3-point line the circle, and then stop and shoot a jump shot, and nobody can get higher than he. Nobody can block the shot. He can just take it because nobody can block it. He gets so high above the rim. He gets so high. Maybe, he jumps up, does his jump shot, and he's probably holding the ball right where, maybe 6 inches below the rim of the basket. That's how close he is to it. And he was making shot after shot. The Nets scored 91 points in the first half, which was their franchise record, and they won by 40. So it was a very easy evening. Very easy evening. Great to watch these athletes in person. I mean, these guys, they're phenomenal. They're in such great shape. They're so strong and quick and fast. I think fast and quick would be the same thing. And yet the New York Times didn't even mention it. Doesn't cover it. Doesn't cover the Knicks or the Nets. I don't know why. I wonder why. It's like they're in a grudge match with the owners. They didn't cover it. There's no. They used to have. You look at it every day, and they'd have the standings of all the teams. They don't have that anymore. At least I can't find it. So reading the sports pages is just like reading essays. And they're good essays, well written about different people. They're fun to read. Very good writing and very funny. Very, very humorous. Usually. Because they're not really dealing with much. It's like an essay by a very good writer about a subject that's not urgently important to anyone. Sports is a huge business. All these guys on the court were making millions a year. Everybody's making at least $1 million a year. Kevin Durant is making 40 million, at least 35 million a year. Yeah, and that comes to $700,000 a week. $700,000 a week. A millionaire makes approximately $20,000 a week. 20 times 50, which is roughly $1 million. A little less, maybe. 18,000. So if you're making 40 million a year, that's almost 80,000. That's 4 ones are. Where's the third one? 72,000. 720,000 a week. $720,000 a week. And boy, does he earn it. He plays awfully hard. Plays extremely well. I mean, just give me 2 weeks of that and I could retire. I'd retire. Put $5.5 million in the bank. In cash. Can you imagine that? I got the blues. So anyway, I wonder if Bill's around. Let me see. Where's that? No, that's this one. This one. See it. I wonder if this is the one. Yes, I think. Video captured. Yes. Here's the one we want. Here's the one I want to show you. Boy, oh boy, isn't that great? Isn't that great? Well, now, let me see. I'm confused. What have I got going there? Goodbye. That was an addendum to the original thing of John over in Switzerland playing so beautifully. And while he was playing, I was thinking about how all this got started. This show, and thinking about how I used to do it every night, starting in March, to almost 3 years ago. And how I can't do it every night now. I don't have the time. I get back into the real world, and nobody's sending us checks. I didn't matter anymore because back then you had to stay home anyway. The government was sending you money every week to help you survive, and now they stopped sending it. Now we've got to go out and find work, but there was no work anyway, so now there's work. And in order to pay those extra little things, presents for Vaughn, who is now larger than ever, 14 and a half, he'll be 15 soon. And I just turned 82, and I think Bill's birthday is Tuesday. I think he'll be 95 on Tuesday. So I'm going to try to be here on Tuesday. I'm probably going to have a birthday party someplace. Let's find out. Let's find out where Bill's going to be. I need to find out where Bill Crow is going to be Tuesday night. Is there a party someplace that I can crash? We all can crash. We'll come in wearing our Live from 585 T-shirts and hats and signs. Anyway, tonight I have to run out and help Carolyn distribute some gifts to friends and people she works with. She's very jolly. She really loves to give gifts to people. So that's what we're going to do. But first, I've got to play the bass a little bit. I have to play the bass. I've got to play it. I haven't played it in 2 days, 3 days. And one requirement of playing the bass is you got to play it. You got to keep playing it. If you want to play it, you got to keep playing it. Oh, I like that. Cheerful Little Earful, that's a good song. Baby, I got the blues since I got the news. You've heard from the views. It's a little too loud. I can see it's a little too loud. It's a little too loud. Heard from the muse. Now you're in Santa Cruz. Let's turn this down. Baby, I'm feeling real bad. Feeling so sad. And I wish I was dead when I hear what you said about me. Baby, I feel like dying. Baby, I feel like crying. Oh no, oh no. Tell me it is not so. Tell me this empty bed is all in my head, and I'm only dreaming. Tell me this empty bed is all in my head, and I'm only dreaming. Tell me this empty bed is all in my head, and I'm only dreaming. She did that. She did do. Thank you. Looks like I'm going to have to go over that arrangement and edit it a little bit because there's too many horns interrupting the sound. I'm thinking about what's another one I want to do? I want to do They're Coming to Get Me. They're coming to get me. Time is very near. They're coming to get me, get me. They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. Signs are very clear. They're coming to get me. The signs are very clear. They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. The time is very. They're coming to get the signs are very. 2 weeks ago. They're coming to get me. The signs are very clear. They're coming to get me. The time is 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Wow. Coming to get me. I've forgotten what key it's in. They're coming to get me. The time is in. They're coming to get me. The signs are very clear. They're going to get me. The time is right. 2 weeks ago, I saw them leaving Venus, and there's only 50 million miles between us. The signs are very clear. They'll soon be here, and they're coming to get me. They're coming to get me, and there's no need for alarm. They're coming to get me. They will cause no harm. Listen, you can hear the cosmic clatter of neutron engines spewing antimatter. I can hear them in my room. I first heard them in the womb, and they're coming to get me. They first came for me when I was small. My parents didn't understand at all. I wished to go, but they would not let me. And jealous. They're coming to get me. Well, anyway, I've got to be playing the bass much more these days at home because anyway. You know, I'm tempted to start putting up an hour a day or half an hour a day of just playing the bass, just at any time of day that I can do it. And just post it. Just talk about playing the bass and practice it and talk about songs and stuff like that. It's probably a better idea. That may be the best way to do it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, there's Valerie Smolkin. Doobie 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 dab bam. Hi, Val. I didn't see you there. Oh, the reviews came in, Val. There's a great, beautiful review of you in a. I'll give it to you. Someone from Theater World reviewed it and you got a very lovely review. I'll have to make sure you get it. There's Valerie. Val, hi all. Hey, Val. Hi, Val Smolkin. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. That fella can play. Doobie 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 doo. Good. You look fab at the really. Woohoo! Well, listen, folks. I have to take my daughter out. I've got to drive the sled tonight. She's got to deliver some gifts, and I've got to go. But I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to do more of this. Only because I really need to be playing the bass. See, the trouble, I need to be playing bass during Christmas holidays because I'm not working much. And I can take a half an hour. I'm going to work on something. I'll definitely try to see you tomorrow night. And I'll do my best to be here tomorrow night. I'll let you know. I'll be here in some form. Okay. Val, really, I got to get you that review. It was beautiful. It's beautiful. And now I'm going to have to say goodbye because I've got to take Carol around New York and help her deliver. Bundle up, yeah, I know. When I left the house this morning, it was for everybody. It's about 52 degrees. What a nice day. Now what is it? About 12, 13. Anyway, I will see you all later. I'm going to put on a little bit of music. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what. I said, oh, I gotta do something about these. Let's do this one.
People ask me who's the greatest bass player in jazz. So I tell them that it's got to be Ray Brown or George Mraz. Of course there's Joe Mandragon, Curly Russell, Sam Jones and Michael Moore, Arvell Shaw, Oscar Pettiford, and Ron McClure. And there's Percy Heath and Leroy Vinegar, Jimmy Wood and Buddy Clark, Wellman Brown, Gary Peacock and Major Holly for a lark. Oh, Buster Williams and Ron Carter, ain't they some pair? Israel Crosby, Bob Cranshaw, and Wilbur Wade.
Good night, you all.
Jaco Pastorius, Slam Stewart, bless their souls. Bobby Haggart, Steve Swallow, and Victor Sproles. Eddie Gomez, Charlie Mingus, they'll liven up the mix. Paul Chambers, Don Thompson, and don't forget Jack Six. Red Mitchell, Victor Gaskin, play right through the night. Scott LaFaro, Steve Laspina, and Eugene Wright. Larry Ridley, Herbie Mickman, John Beal, and Bill Crow. Pops Foster, Monty Budwig, and Chuck Domanico. Dave Holland, Doug Watkins, Russell George plays the fiddle. Then there's Reggie Workman, Chubby Jackson, and Wilbur Little. Todd Koolman, Ray Drummond, Rufus Reed, and John Orr. Miroslav Vitos, Charlie Hayden, and Steve Gilmore. Bill Tackus, Milt Hinton, oh the judge is still the rage. Andy Simpkins, Beverly Peer, and Walter Page. Richard Davis, Harvey Swartz, Lincoln Goins, Earl May, Eddie Safransky, Jimmy Blanton, and George Duvivier. Reggie Johnson, Keith Betts, Aaron Bell, Bill Crow, Lynn Seaton, Cleveland Eaton, and Chuck Domanico. Carson Smith, Niels Henning, Orsted Patterson, and Chuck Domanico.